Hello and welcome to Grant a Wish. This is a romance visual novel in which you play a minor deity, and I guess our goal is to grant the wish of one of our followers. So we'll have 3 love interests, and each of them have a feminine and masculine appearance to choose from, it seems, and we can also customize our main character a bit. So yeah, let's start with a new game. Yeah, before we start, please choose the appearance of some important characters. Please choose how bells should appear. Okay, some animation here, cute. I do like this one a bit more. Please choose whether you would like to play with Leo or Sam. Okay, gonna go with Leo. Please choose whether you would like to play with Lorelei or Callan. Here I like Lorelei a bit more. Thank you. Please enjoy the game. To grant a wish. Chapter 1. The Offering. No offerings again today. I blink sleepily as a mouse skitters across the shrine and wakes me up from my slumber. It may not have left any offerings, but at least it didn't leave any droppings either. Small mercies, I suppose. I don't have the energy to clean right now. So sleepy. When I next wake, it's to the sight of a small peach on my shrine. It's the first offering I've received in a while. I can still see the retreating figure of an old woman. Is she the one that left this? She must be, I suppose. And yet, she's not made a request. I didn't hear a prayer, but there must be a reason for this gift. I wonder what she wants. I've never been one of the major deities. Not many pray to me. This was true even when my shrine was new and my power at its strongest. Now I struggle to even manifest and am kept alive by small, rare tributes like this. I watch her as she leaves, grateful to her. That is how I notice a pouch drop from her waist, the frayed string that had previously kept it connected worn away. The old woman doesn't seem to have noticed. If I do nothing, it'll certainly be left behind. If I try to return it though, that pouch looks heavy. Not for a human perhaps, but it's an unnatural burden for the wind to carry. And wind is all I can manifest for now. It would take all of the energy I just received, nullifying the offering. Who knows when I'll get another? If I'll get another. I should leave it be and be happy that I can stay conscious a little longer. But humans store their money in pouches like those, right? What if its contents are important to her? I take a look at the fresh peach left on my shrine and see that she has polished the stone with care. I summon the winds. The pouch is swept upwards into her bag and I am pulled under once again. Yeah, if that had been a choice, I'd also try to help her. A long time passes before I am next able to wake. I couldn't truly say how long. As a deity, time has always been a nebulous concept, even without the extended periods of slumber. I watch, half aware, as vegetation crawls across my shrine and countless moons go by. Nobody has visited in a while. I wonder how long I can keep going like this. I lull back to sleep. A bit of a boring existence if you're just sleeping all the time. No shame to people who sleep a lot. I am jolted awake by the frantic prayer of a child as he crashes through the woods in front of me. Please don't let them catch me. There is a commotion not far behind. Another child calls out a threat, followed by the cruel-sounding laughter of 3 more voices. This is no matter of life and death. With his pursuers being children themselves, it is not likely that any harm they bring will be permanent. I don't know. The child's left me no offerings. His prayers are not for me, simply pleas muttered to the winds. I do not need to help. It would take more energy than I have, and I cannot rely on more offerings to restore me. Please. There is fear in his voice as he backs to the empty air. Vines wrap around the legs of his pursuers, careful to restrain them without causing harm. As my consciousness fades, I wonder, will I ever wake again? So a very, very kind deity, selfless even. Something is happening. I can feel something on my shrine. Which offering do I see? Okay, and here is, I think, where we choose our routes. Oh, interesting, they even show us who it is. I'm sure they're all interesting, but for now I'm most intrigued by bells, so we're going with this one. Act 1. Bells. Warmth. That's the first thing I'm conscious of. Energy thrums through me. Something valuable has been placed on the stone. I start to become aware of my surroundings. First light, and then sound.
Sorry.
Yeah, there is some partial voice acting in this. Also different for each of the variations of the characters, very nice. I know it's not gold or anything, but this is probably the most valuable thing I have, so hopefully it's enough. I look at the object on my shrine, curious. A bracelet? It looks old, the thread worn down considerably, and yet I can feel its power radiate through me. The traveler pauses to think, mulling over their previous statement.
Oh!
Do gods even want gold? Can you even spend it? It takes considerable effort to pull my attention away from my newfound power and take in the person in front of me at last. Whoa. What an intricate outfit.
Oh!
Well, anyway, it's all I've got, so...
Oh!
I meant to, like, say my prayer out loud or think it? You're a god, right? Thoughts are probably fine. I guess I just... The person in front of me closes their eyes and clasps their hands in front of them. Please, help me find him. I could really do with some divine help right about now. Who? I guess that's it. I just say goodbye now and leave.
Oh.
They sigh deeply. Wonder if I can convince the innkeep to let me stay if I perform.
Oh.
Probably not if it's still Mr. Roberts. He was always super cranky. And with that, my mysterious visitor laughs and with one last look, heads off in the direction of the town. After they leave, I take stock of the energy I now possess. I feel powerful. I allow myself a moment to simply delight in the feeling. It's been so long since I last had power like this that I no longer remember a time before feeling faded, a shade of myself. There are decisions to make and things I must do, but for now, I can just be happy to feel whole again. For this to come from a single offering, it must have been incredibly valuable. Overtaken by curiosity, I examine the object left on my shrine. It's just as I saw before. A simple thread bracelet frayed from use. I have no real concept of how long has passed since I was last involved with the human world, but I know it must have been decades at least, if not centuries. Even still, I can't imagine it has changed so much that the power of this object comes from its material worth. It must be sentimental worth that fuels this object. But then, it must have truly meant a lot to the owner. What did they want that they were willing to give up something so precious? I think back to the prayer I heard. Please help me find him. Who do they mean, though? It must be somebody important. They sounded desperate enough. What bad luck they have that it was my shrine they stumbled upon, not the more powerful deities, or at least one with powers more relevant to the wish. What can I do to find someone that has been lost? My powers and domain are that of the gentle breeze. I have always been a minor deity. Even at my height, I did not control anything more than a gust. I was never worshipped enough to challenge the deities of storms or hurricanes. Perhaps if I had been of the disposition to fight for it, I might have worked my way up to controlling all that encompasses the wind. At the very least, I might have managed the kinds of gusts that can knock roofs from houses, but that had never been my way. In the end, only the unassuming breeze, too small to be worth fighting for, was left to me. Just one moment, because I think the music might be a bit too low for you guys. Might be better, but let me know. It is no great shock that my shrine now lies forgotten, my symbol so faded as to be indistinguishable. It is unfortunate, but to answer the prayer of this traveler, with it lying so far from my domain, it would take more power than I could spare. I can't help. But you want to. I have to put it out of my mind. I think of the kind of desperation that would drive someone to give up one of their most precious belongings for even a chance of help. A prayer that mistakenly or foolishly was nonetheless given to me. No, it would be foolishness. It would take a miracle. I could grant a miracle. I have enough power. Just enough, if I put all that I have into it, to grant a single wish. But it would take everything. I finally have this power. I finally have some energy. Do I really want to disappear, all to grant a single wish? The power I have now could sustain me for decades. Maybe even a century if I'm careful. Do I really want to keep going like this, though? A pointless resistance against the inevitable. Do I want to slowly fade away into nothingness, with nothing to show for it except a few more years of desperately conserving every scrap of power I can? Struggling on as the stretches of unconsciousness grow longer and my sense of self gets weaker. Isn't it better to do something meaningful instead? That could be anything, though. I could travel the world. I could do something for myself. I think once again of the person who entrusted me with their wish. How could I ever choose to do anything but help? Chapter 2. First meeting. I need more information from them before I can help. That's a good point. That'd probably be easier to do if I manifested a form to talk to them with. What kind of form should I manifest? Okay, so... is this fixed? Because I think we have both the appearance of more like feminine, masculine, or non-binary. We have the pronouns and I think also the skin color. I do like the longer hair, so I think I'm going with this one. Ah yeah, there's the skin color. I'm pale, so I have to go with this. There. From what I remember From what I remember of humans, this form shouldn't stand out too much, right? I'm not quite sure what people wear in this area, but that's easier to ignore or change later. I'll take some time to get accustomed to this form, and then I'll go find the traveler and grant a miracle. It's actually funny that they commented on the clothes of the traveler when we kind of wear something somewhat similar. But okay. Simple. I've got this. It'll be a breeze. Has my forest always felt this chilly? Why is my stomach making that noise? Is it meant to do that? Oh dear. It's been a while, hasn't it? After a walk that felt much longer now that I was traveling using legs instead of on the wind, I arrive at the settlement that I knew was nearby. It's lively here. At least it's lively by my standards. I'm not sure how it compares to other settlements. Is this a village or a town? Or a city? I don't really know if there's a difference or what that difference might be. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Either way, it's lively enough that it'll be difficult to find any one specific person here. Luckily, I have an advantage. I can ask the breeze to search for the traveler, or I can order the breeze to search for the traveler. Okay, I'm just gonna do a bit of a save here. Okay, we have a lot of save slots, that's good. I will ask the breeze. Little wind, could you please lead me to the person I seek? A familiar strand of breeze breaks away from the rest and plays with my hair and clothes, ruffling them affectionately before joyfully shooting off through the streets. I follow at a slightly more sedate pace, smiling at how eager it is. The breeze is playful today. I wonder if it's glad to see me active again. Before long, I see that it's led me to a building which proclaims itself to be the Laughing Antelope Tavern and Inn. What a strange name. Yeah. Can antelopes, laugh? I hadn't thought so. Perhaps it is a magical antelope who resides here. They must be very good-humoured if they love enough for it to be the main feature mentioned in the name. Perhaps I shall try and meet this antelope before I disappear. It is certainly a sight I would wish to see. First though, I should find the traveller. Oh dear. I step inside and take in the warm atmosphere, amplified by the jumble of friendly conversation and the sound of life. It's a little overwhelming after years of only the noise of the forest, but I push forward. Where is... there. Sitting at one of the tables alone is the traveler from before. I slide into the seat across from them eagerly, and they look up with a curious expression. Hello. Hi. Love the outfit. Thank you. It's a little like mine, actually. That's what I said. Okay, at least you know it. Are you a dancer too? Or a performer? No, I'm not a performer of any kind. I'm here to grant your wish. Oh, straight to the point, okay. Oh. Ah, I see, that's where we choose the pronouns. So it's separate, like the looks on the pronouns are a separate thing. I was wondering about that. Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm the god of the breeze, goddess of the breeze, or the deity of the breeze. I'm the goddess of the breeze. They give a surprised laugh. That's a cool title. Can I know the name that goes with it? Oh. It's been a long time since I last gave someone a name to refer to me by. What was it again? I'm probably not going to remember anytime soon. I guess I'll choose a new one then. Okay, so the standard name is this, Zephyr, but we can change it. And I saw that there was a list of names, so you can choose anything, of course, but like the voiced parts, that's only considering a few names, or actually the list was quite long. And I saw one on there. Let me see, can I? Okay. I will go with Mahina. It's Hawaiian for moon or moonlight. I think that's a pretty name, so. And that was on the list of voiced names, so let's go with that. You can call me Mahina. Nice to meet you, Mahina.
My name is Bells.
I'm Bells, god of fashion and dance. I can totally be god of two things, right? A fellow deity? That's odd. Why would a fellow god pray at my shrine? I spend a moment puzzling over this response before a squeak comes from the mouse nestled within their scarf.
More like Bells, god of bad decisions and betrayal.
Okay. Love them already.
Oh.
Are you still angry that I ate the last grape? Was it really a mouse? Huh. I'm not used to hearing the thoughts of mice. I didn't know they even had a concept of language. It doesn't seem like I misheard though, if Bells is reacting too.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
This is Chimes.
Hello, Chimes. He's feeling grumpy today, aren't you, buddy? Why do you insist on asking questions when you never understand the answers?
Sorry.
I'll buy you some more grapes soon, just gotta earn some money first. Ah, good. You're planning to spend more time gathering the useless metal that we can't eat, instead of the delicious food that we can eat. How you ever survived before me is a mystery. You're really lively today. Alright, I'll even let you have a tiny bit of chocolate. How about that? That's odd. I don't think mice should have chocolate, but sure. The conversation doesn't seem to be lining up quite right. I can't quite tell if Bells can understand him or not. They did seem to recognize that Chimes was upset earlier. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's more like the conversation you have with your pet, right? You have a general idea of their mood, but of course not any specifics. But we know exactly what Chimes is saying, so that's fun. I should focus on getting the answers that I need for now. About your wish.
What? Oh!
Oh yeah. You mentioned that before. You're really dedicated to the theme. Okay, then I totally wish to share a nice lunch with you. A different wish? I probably shouldn't be granting multiple for only a single offering. But... well, this one seems harmless enough since it doesn't require any power. And it would be nice to have a proper meal again. Why not go with it? Alright.
Yeah!
Awesome. Oh, right.
Oh,
I may need to get some money first though.
sorry.
I kinda spent the last of it on the room. I was going to go see if I could earn some more performing in the square.
Oh!
I know. How about you come watch? I'll dedicate the first dance to you. Lead the way. Okay. So first a performance and then a lunch later. Sounds like a date. Belle takes me by the hand and excitedly leads me through the streets until we reach an open area that appears to be well populated.
Yeah!
This area should be good. Just gotta set up. Do you want to hold Chimes? Normally I have to put him on the floor while I dance, but I'm always kind of worried he'll get stepped on.
Foolish child.
A foolish concern. I would not be caught underfoot so easily. I am a very fast mouse. You sure are talkative today. Sounds like he's on board though. I'm not so sure about that. It might be best to check first. Do you mind, Chimes of the Swift Paw? I like this one. You may hold me. I gently hold my hands out and Chimes scampers on willingly before running to perch on my shoulder. Already best character. Good that we get along too.
Yeah!
He likes you. Now I know you're a good person. Bells gives an excited grin.
Thanks!
Now I can dance without worry.
Watch me, okay?
Make sure to watch, okay? As you wish. Belle skips away, leaving me alone with Chimes for the moment. The air around you is strange. Do you want me to still it?
No.
No, it is not a bad strange. I smile. It's always nice to see creatures enjoy the breeze. You are strange as well. You can understand me? That's actually pretty new to me too. But yeah. Maybe now I can satisfy my curiosity. Yeah, great opportunity. And Bells? That child is the strangest of all.
No.
But no. I think they can tell my mood and sometimes my intent. But they don't understand the words. It is very frustrating. I tell them the best ways to survive and they do not listen. Most often they do the exact opposite. You care about them a lot. Bells is lucky to have you.
Yes.
Yes, you should remind them so. Perhaps then they will not steal my food. Ah yes, the grape. I could always just summon one. I should probably conserve my power though. I'm here to grant a wish for bells after all, not chimes. Chimes has been good company though. Oh. Interesting. Summon a grape for chimes or conserve your power. Well, how much power does it take? Oh dear. This seems silly to make a save for that, but that's how I play these games. You know what? Sure. Let's summon a grape for chimes. I focus my energy, and with a brief push of power into my palm, I am holding a small red grape. I hold it up for chimes with a smile. It has gone faster than I can blink.
Thank you.
You are officially my favorite. I will repay you for this. Is there anything you want? No more than the pleasure of your company, dear mouse. And perhaps some conversation. May I ask how you came to meet Bells?
That child was asleep in my alley.
Normally, I would stay away from any who would intrude upon my space, or drive them off. But here Chime seems to hesitate. There was something.
They smelled like home.
It was enough to tempt me to approach. Home.
The Brightlands.
It was only faint, but it was enough to make me less cautious than I should have been. Then they gave me food, even though they had little. They spoke to me as well, even though they didn't think I could understand them. They spoke in great volume. At this, Chime sounds exasperated, although I can hear the undertone of affection as well.
Foolish child.
I have met newborns with more sense of self-preservation. I realized that they would die in short order without one as wise as me to look out for them. So I decided I would look after this child who smelled like home. I have been with them since, and every day I wonder all over again how they made it this far.
Foolish child.
They won't even grow their fur for the winter. Instead, they cover themselves in the bright, unstealthy fake fur. And they make so much noise. Every predator in a 5-mile radius must know where they are. I chuckle at the impassioned ranting of the little mouse and a sense of duty towards Bells. Maybe I should change the subject before this goes on too long, though. I mean, he's not had anyone to rant to in a long time, I'm sure, so let him go off. Do you know who this person they're seeking is? I do. But this is one of the topics that makes Bells sad. So I shall not speak of it. Even to you. You're a very loyal friend, aren't you, Chimes? Bells truly is lucky, my fleet-footed companion. Chimes curls closer towards me, his whiskers tickling as they brush against my neck. You should stay with us. You can tell them what I say, and they might finally listen. I will look after you, too. I feel warmth in my chest at the offer. How sweet. That is very kind, Chimes. But I'm afraid I can only stay until I have granted the wish. Then I'll disappear. The fix seems very simple. You just have to not grant the wish and then you can stay, yes? See, it seems you need my advice as well. It is okay. I have much to share.
I am very wise.
Yeah, looks like it. I'm afraid that I can't heed your wise words on this one occasion. I want to repay what they have given to me, no matter what. Perhaps I can make you see sense soon. Chimes huffs a small breath, but settles down against me all the same, seemingly content to let the matter rest. Bells calls out to me shortly after, once they've attached something to their ankles. I can't quite see what it is, but I do hear a light tinkling noise as they move. Well, what could bells have attached to themselves? When they see they have my attention, they give a small wave. There's a circle marked out around them in purple chalk, and just beside it a lute and a small wooden box containing a few coins. Bells leans out of the circle briefly, plucking a single note on the lute before standing back up with a flourish. Despite the fact that I've stepped away, moving gracefully back to the center of the chalk circle, more notes follow the first. Is the lute playing itself? Handy. How novel. The instrument only keeps my attention for a moment, however, as shortly after the first few notes hits the air. Bells begins to dance. Belle's dance is mesmerizing to watch, and I'm far from the only person watching with rapt attention. They move with a fluidity and grace that is perfectly in sync with their music. It's lively and fast-paced, and yet they never lose rhythm as they flow from one move to another. After the performance, Bells thanks the audience, scoops up their belongings, and hurries over. What did you think? They gently scoop chimes from my shoulder while they await my answer. They seem eager and nervous in equal measure. Hey, it was a splendid dance. It was an adequate performance. I can see why you have no money. Wow. Wow. Harsh. No, it was a splendid dance.
Thanks. Oh!
I have enough of food now. Let's get something nice. My treat. Okay. Why do I get the sense that this wish-granting business is going to be a lot more complicated than I expected? I mean, we know it wasn't easy, right? Chapter 3. Friendship. Bells looks at me with an eager grin. So, where do you want to go? There's some really good cafes here for lunch. Or there's a really great bakery if you want something sweet. It's called Goodberry Bakery. You'd love the owner. She's a hoot. She lets me do some odd jobs for her sometimes. That sounds good. I don't think I've tried many sweet things. The last thing I remember eating was a peach. That was a while ago, though.
What? Oh!
Oh shit, you must be starving. Grab as much as you want then. If I don't have enough, I'm sure I can make things square with Mama Good later. She is your mother?
What? Oh! No.
I just call her Mama Good. She's got that kind of vibe, you know? Obviously I don't know. You'll see. You know, the description said that the deity would be kind of out of touch, but yeah, it's not just the times, it's general socializing, I suppose. And we're doing fairly well so far, just... It's cute, it's cute. Bells leads me to a small cafe on a side street near the main square. It is rustic but homely, with a warm interior. A delicious scent pervades the air. Inside is a woman with wide eyes, which should give her the appearance of innocence, but there's an intelligence to them that instead seems dangerous. I am not quite sure what vibe Bells is referring to, but I would not call it motherly. I keep my distance while Bells purchases a bag of something they call pastries. Afterwards, we meander through the town with our food. Bells gives a hum, already happily eating, while I consider the pastry in front of me. I take a hesitant bite. Oh! This is nice. I finish it with a lot more enthusiasm after that first bite, and it's not long before there's only a single one left in the bag. Do you want the last one? You do not wish to have it? They are very pleasant to eat.
Yeah!
It's fine. You can take it. Normally I'd put up more of a fight, but you're hungry, right?
Oh.
I've been there. Eat up. You've been there? I'm not sure I understand what they mean. I thought hungry was a sensation that mortals experienced and not a place. Yeah.
Oh.
When I first got to Paris, I didn't have any money and didn't really know how to do much of anything, so... Paris? Is this where Hungary is located? It's this big city I stayed in for a while.
Oh!
It's where I made chimes, actually. Ah. When you slept in his alley?
Yeah. What?
Wait, what? How'd you know that? Chimes told me. We spoke while you were setting up your dance.
What?
You can talk to Chimes? Yes. He is a good conversation partner. He is very kind. You are lucky to have his company.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, I know, but also... What did he say about me? Yeah, I would be worried about that if pets could talk to other people. There appears to be a hint of alarm in Belle's voice. He said that he looks after you because you are very loud and unstealthy. Well, that's not inaccurate, I guess.
Oh.
Is that all? I mean, as a dancer, you want to stand out, right? He also said that you shared your food with him and talked a lot. And that you smelled like home. That is all.
Oh.
Oh, ouch. That's probably not good.
Oh.
Chance was living in like an alley, so... I guess I wasn't the freshest that day. Bells pulls a face.
Oh.
You couldn't have talked me up a bit more, Chimes? I have much more I can say on the topic.
Oh.
Never mind, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like whatever you say. Bells pouts at Chimes for a moment before they seem to realize something and turn to me again.
Oh!
Wait. So, how can you talk to Chimes? I'm not sure. I can hear thoughts sometimes as part of being a goddess, since most choose not to speak their prayers out loud. But this has never worked with mice before.
I am very wise.
A very wise mouse. Wait.
What?
You were being serious about the goddess thing? Of course. Why would I lie? You're actually a goddess. I believe we had established that. Yes. Then that stuff you said in the bar. I am here to grant your wish. Was this not clear?
Oh!
Well, I thought it was like a pickup line or a quirky intro or something. A pickup line that was working, I see. I didn't think you were being serious. They look flabbergasted, which is entirely unreasonable when I am the one that should be confused here. Perhaps we should start over. I am Mahina, the goddess of the breeze. I heard your prayer and have come to grant your wish.
Oh.
I don't. Wait, so you control the breeze? Yes. I ask the small strand of the wind that usually wraps around me to flow around them instead, lifting their scarf and ruffling their hair. Bells looks amazed. I do notice them smooth their hair down immediately though. Whoa. So, is the breeze like separate from the wind in general? In a manner of speaking, the god of wind and air is a major deity. He controls most of what you would think of or associate with wind. But even the most powerful deities cannot focus on everything at once. And that's where other, smaller deities can sometimes take control of less significant aspects of the domain. Occasionally, they will even grow powerful enough to try and take over the domain itself. There is much competition for these aspects, and they can change hands often. But I have kept the breeze for millennia. It is too loyal to be taken easily, and too small to be worth the challenge for most.
Oh.
Oh. So, were you already a deity of something else and then you took the breeze? Or, like, were you born a goddess? Would you believe that I no longer remember? It has been so long that I feel as if I was always the goddess of the breeze. I believe that some are born deities and others rise to the rank due to their connection with the domain. But I can no longer remember which I was, if I ever knew. There's a lot that gets lost over the endless flow of time. Bells gives me a look that's a mix of sympathetic and awkward, and changes the topic quickly. And then you just heard me praying and decided to make it come true? Why me? You were the first to pray at my shrine in a very long time. I couldn't say how long. I was in a deep slumber for a lot of it. Without prayer and offerings, we will fade in time. Your offering gave me energy that I haven't had in centuries. I wanted to repay that.
Oh.
That's kind of a lot to take in. I think I need a drink. You wanna... They trail off suddenly.
Oh!
Wait, you just said you were asleep for ages, right? There's gotta be so much new alcohol you haven't tried. That's what you're focusing on? Wow. And food. So much food. Oh man, I have so much I have to introduce you to. Come on. Bells offers their hand, looking lively again where they'd been subdued. Take the hand or follow on your own. I mean, if it's offered to us and we don't want to get lost, take the hand. It's such a sudden shift in mood that I am taken aback for a second before accepting their hand and allowing them to lead me to wherever they're heading. We've been sidetracked from their wish again. I am quite curious about what they want to show me, though. Yeah, they want to show you what you've missed, and by not living, not being awake. Actually a nice gesture. Before long, I am led back to the tavern. Even if you don't want alcohol, this place has some killer scampi. You should try it. But you should totally have a cocktail too.
Yeah!
We can have a competition. Did you make that much money? Are you sure you wish to challenge a goddess? Have all the cautionary tales disappeared in this time?
No.
Oh no, they're still being told. But I've never been one to listen to cautionary tales. Yeah, you don't seem like the type. With that, Bells tells me to wait at a table while they get some food and drinks that I absolutely have to try. When they come back, they set a full tray in front of me. Wow. Okay, so I thought I'd get a whole bunch that you could try, in case you didn't like any of it. Thank you. But is there a reason? You're gonna go back to doing whatever godly things you do after granting my wish, right? I can't have you going back without getting to try all the finest treats this village has available. That'd be a crime. You should experience all the best things this world has to offer. You'll have to settle for the village for now, though. That is very thoughtful of you. Now, what is the real reason you're stalling? Again, straight to the point. Great. Bells flinches.
Oh.
Ah. You caught that, huh? The joke chimes absent-mindedly. The truth is, I'm not ready. Isn't that dumb? I've spent all this time searching and know that I could just magically solve it all. It feels too fast. Stupid, right? I should just do it. They give me a smile, but I notice their hand trembling slightly as they stroke chimes. Yes, I've been patient, but please make a wish or so. What else should I experience while I'm here? I mean, the way they say that, it seems it's not super urgent actually that we find the person, like not a matter of life or death, I assume. So why not make the most of our time? So, what else should I experience while I'm here? Bells blinks at me, surprised. Slowly, however, it transforms into a relieved grin.
Thanks!
Thank you. A weight seems to drop from their shoulders, and they suddenly look a lot more energetic again.
Yeah!
Okay, you definitely have to try the fruit skewers that Helga makes. And some more of the treats from Mama Gooch. And you should visit the kids' theater here. They do some really funny shows there.
Oh!
The Glass Light Festival. There's this festival that this village celebrates that's happening really soon. It's why I chose to come now, actually. It's amazing. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah!
You'll love it. They pause.
Oh.
It's really okay, right? It's not gonna cause any problems for you to stay? Not inherently. I will need to be careful to conserve my magic if I wish to have enough to still grant a wish at the end. But I've already created this form now, and as long as I'm able to maintain it naturally, it won't require any magic to stay like this. Okay, giving us some rules, good.
Oh!
I hadn't even considered that you probably didn't look like that all the time. You can change forms at will, right? With magic, yes. Bells looks thoughtful for a second. So how do you maintain it naturally? If I wish to maintain this form without magic, I will have to provide it with whatever a mortal body needs to continue to function. Food and water. And I think it will also need to rest, although this is nothing new. I am not entirely sure if it needs anything else. I feel a little silly for my ignorance, but I should probably speak now instead of discovering it the hard way later. That's very true. Oh boy. Since you're sticking around because of me, I should probably take responsibility and stuff, right? Like getting the food and a room. I'm capable of looking after myself, or I would appreciate the assistance. Oh, that's a tough one. Huh. I mean, what means do we have? That's the thing, if we have to conserve energy, we cannot just do any like magic tricks or something to earn some money, so we do need their help. You know what, sure, I would appreciate the assistance.
Yeah!
Okay. Well, eat up for now and then we'll get a room and stuff. Did you want to try the drinking competition, by the way? Oh. No, alcohol is not one of the things I want to experience. No, I think I shall savor my drink, thank you. Or sure, why not? Oh, I don't know. It might make for a fun scene, but me personally, I wouldn't. I rarely drink. So, I'll go for the middle one here. No, I think I shall savor my drink, thank you. That's fair. The drinks here are pretty good. Belle slides over a cocktail, which is an interesting assortment of colors. All of the colors found in this drink make it appear extremely unnatural. I pick it up curiously. Let's just play a game for now then. Let's play 5 questions. What kind of game is this? You take turns asking the other person a question until you both reach 5. It's actually meant to be 20, but I thought we'd play an abridged version to start with. This sounds like a conversation.
Yeah!
It is, but it's more fun when you frame it as a game. Besides, we're gonna be hanging out together for a little bit, right? We should get to know each other. Okay.
Yeah!
Awesome. Okay, you can start. Oh dear. Okay, can we ask all of these? These are 5 questions, so... Sure, let's start from the top. How old are you? Els pauses to think for a minute. I'm 23. I think. You're not sure? I kind of lost track while I was living in Paris. I wasn't paying the best attention to the date after a while.
Oh.
And my birthday became kind of a sore subject. Ren once offered to just make up a new birth date for me. But that just confused things even more. They laugh and take a swig from their drink.
Oh!
My turn. Okay, you mentioned Ren. We're gonna keep that stored in the brain there. But yeah, sure, like, age might not be important or things like birth dates if you have other things to worry about, like getting food, I suppose. My turn. Okay, spill. Can you fly? Well, usually I can. In my normal form, I can do it naturally. In this form, I'd need to call the breeze to help me. That's so cool. That's pretty much one of the things all us poor landlocked folk dream of. It would take some of the magic I'm supposed to be saving, but... Do you want me to help you, or perhaps if the breeze favors you? I mean, we have been told to conserve our energies. I think we should really do that. Like the one little thing with chimes I think is okay. But I'm sure there's a limit because I think there are also bad ends in this game, so I'll try to be a bit more restrained. Perhaps if the breeze favors you. I think that's the one at least. Oh my god. Getting in my head here, but just in case. Okay. Probably best that I don't. Still, if they're lucky enough, perhaps the breeze may favor them after I'm gone.
What?
Is that a thing that can happen? Of course. I may have power over it, but it still has a mind of its own. As if to confirm what I say, a strand flicks their scarf up playfully, depositing the end of it on their head. Cute. Oh, chimes! Bells looks quite startled at the action. They soon laugh though. Well, hello there. I believe it is my turn now. Fire away. Okay, it is more than 5 questions. Damn. Where do you come from? That might be a sore subject. Would you learn to dance? Can you cast magic? What do you enjoy? What is your family like? Oh, family will probably be a sore subject if they talked about their birthday like that. Okay. Can you cast magic? I wish. I can only use magical items. I've always been fascinated by magic though. I once knew this girl who cast the most amazing illusions. You should have seen them. Me again, right? Okay, I thought it would be more of an explanation of the loot, but if it is a magic item itself, then sure. Okay, so do you always pick that form? When you need to mingle with the mortals and stuff? Yes, it is the one that resonates with me, and no, I like to change it up when I can. Let's go with that one, why not? That's cool. I get what you mean. You do? Well, I can guess. Back to you. Okay, your favorite memory. Where did you learn to dance? I learned from a group of traveling performers that visited Paris. I had to do some chores around their caravan, but they were kind enough to teach me. Okay, so what's the weirdest prayer you've ever received? That's an odd one. When I used to receive more of them, they were mostly prayers for good weather. Oh, I did have somebody who prayed for the wind to flip up the skirts of girls in front of him.
Oh!
They wrinkle their nose. You didn't grant that one, did you? No. Hopefully you made the wind trip him instead. Okay, your go. Yeah, I hope we did. What's your favorite place you've traveled? What is your favorite memory?
Oh!
Ooh, that's a tough one. In retrospect, it was probably the day I met Chimes.
Yes?
As it should be. Even though the words are arrogant, I can tell that Chimes is pleased. But I have lots of really good memories. Friends I met. Performances that went really well. There was also the time Chimes peed on this dude that was yelling at me. That was beautiful. Oh. Okay, so my next question. Oh yeah, that sounds great with Chimes. Okay. Your cute hairpin is the same symbol that's on your shrine, right? Did you pick that symbol yourself? I don't think so. I don't remember fully, but I think the symbol formed kind of instinctually. I do know that it's different from the last deity of the breeze, though. They change whenever the aspect changes masters. They're always related to the domain, but they can take on a personal flourish, I guess. That's cool. So even if you didn't pick it, it still represents you in some way? Yes. Okay, time for your last question. Make it a good one. Oh, okay. How would you spend your days if you could? Tell me about your friend Ren. Honestly, I'm not sure about any of these choices here. There's a lot going on and maybe even a lot of branching. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I guess with one of them at least we have to go in, so tell me about your friend Ren. Ren, huh? Sure thing. He's probably my closest friend other than Chimes. I met him in Paris. He helped me out when I still didn't know how to do anything. He was the best pickpocket in the whole city. Probably the whole continent. He's kinda cocky, but it's well earned. I bet you'd like him. Time for my final question. Are you ready? Take all the time you need to prepare. I hadn't expected this to get so serious. I take a minute to mentally fortify myself for whatever is coming. For some reason, Belle hides a laugh behind their hand. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you prepared yourself properly. Now, seriously though, how good were those pastries earlier? They were the most delicious thing I had eaten in at least a decade.
Yeah!
Right?
Oh!
Wait. Weren't they the only thing you'd eaten in a decade? Yes. Bells laughs. They've been sipping steadily from their drink as we talk, and I notice that they seem to laugh more often and more easily as the time goes on. After all of the questioning, the sky outside has turned dark. I start to feel a familiar strain of tiredness wash over me, and Belle seems to be drunk.
Foolish child.
Please tell me the foolish one that it is. Please tell the foolish one that it is time for them to lay down now. I believe that your companion wishes to retire for the night.
Oh!
Yeah, I guess I should probably. They wobble slightly as they stand. Do that. You need, like help and your room and stuff. I believe I will manage. All the same, Belle dutifully but shakily walks me to my room and hands over the key. Apparently the only room left to rent was one with 2 beds. So the opposite of the "there's only one bed" trope. Oh dear. Good night. I'll be there if you need me. They wave a hand somewhat vaguely in the direction of the room across the hall. Good night, Bells. I watch them make their way to their own room and fumble with unlocking the door for a minute before stumbling inside. I wonder if they'll be okay in the morning. I should check on them after I wake. Chapter 4, Strange Encounters, but that we will look at the next time. Save. Okay, let's get back to the title part now. that was a very nice beginning. It's fun that we get so many choices, but it also makes me worry. Because again, I think there are bad endings to this, and I have no idea. Like, you know how sometimes choices in games are quite obvious where they're going, but these ones, I'm not so sure. I don't know, but I mean, we'll see where the story takes us. But yeah, that was a very nice beginning. I'm really liking the writing and the characters so far. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'd appreciate if you'd let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And until next time, bye bye.